You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty.
Smitty is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, good people? We're doing strictly a voicemail and call-in show today. Raj in the building. Go follow my boy Raj on his YouTube channel. He's blowing up already. Raj, call in if you want. We're hitting the voicemails and the phone calls. Let's do it live.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Call into the show. Dial 602 NFL. Dong.
And we're going to be discussing whatever you want in the voicemails and the phone calls, and we'll be probably consuming the whole entire show with just that information. Let me get all this other stuff off the screen that was there before. While we wait for our first phone call, we'll take Terry Roberts' voice message. That was short.
Smitty, what's your outlook on Chase Edmonds this year, being at such a crowded backfield in Miami?
I'm not buying Chase Edmonds at all. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Smitty, it's John. How you doing?
What's up, Johnny boy?
Good. So I was doing some research. Well, first off, you got any advice for someone just starting a fantasy channel?
Grind.
I just started one.
Just grind,
Yeah.
bro. There is no advice. There's no shortcuts. There's no. You want abs, you got to do sit-ups. You want muscles, and you want to be fast. You got to run and lift weights. There's no shortcut, no pill. Not saying you're suggesting there is, but like most people are like, how do I get? You just got to do it. You got to find out what you have, go do it, and then you can assess what direction you need to go. What other fantasy question you got for me today?
All right. So what do you think of the Green Bay receivers? I was doing a little deep dive in them, and I got some stats if you want to hear them.
I love
on some of the Green Bay receivers.
I love Dubs. I think Dubs is something special. I think he's going to be a problem for defenses. Mm-hmm. I think whatever way you want to spin this, Aaron Rodgers has to do a quick makeover and mature one of these guys along. Lazard's in a good spot, but I don't know that Lazard has any more talent than like Dubs does. I know Watson was drafted to be the guy, but let's be honest, Dubs looks really, really dominant. He reminds me of Pickens in that Pickens looks like a veteran. Pickens comes out, looks like a veteran out the gate, and that's how Dubs looks. Dubs looks like a veteran. And I think that, when it comes to trying to pinpoint which one of these wide receivers is going to be Aaron Rodgers' favorite target, it comes down to talent because Rodgers will do the rest. He knows how to develop and turn players into monsters. He's done it his whole career. Usually he takes a lot slower process with it when it comes to rookie wide receivers, but he's got a short window of time. Rodgers may play one more year. We don't even know. He could play two, but he doesn't have a Adams in his wide receiver room. Doesn't have a Jordy Nelson. Doesn't have one of those guys in there. So it is going to be fast track season with these wide receivers, and I feel like Dubs is probably going to be the gem. If I had to guess,
my strategy is, for one thing, Aaron Rodgers, since he's been in the league, he's never not had a wide receiver one on his team. And then the lowest target percentage the wide receiver one on the Packers had was 21%. Okay. And then that Watson guy, he had knee surgery, and I don't even think he's playing training camp. And I was looking at that Dubs senior season. He had 80 receptions, 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns. Ran 15 routes in the first game of preseason, had 3 receptions for 45 yards, and one was a 30-yard touchdown. And then I'm getting these weird Jamar Chase vibes from Dubs because I'm hearing he's dropping preseason passes, and they're saying the same thing about Jamar Chase. And I told myself before the first thing I told myself in the beginning of fantasy season, I'm like, whoever is dropping passes in preseason, that's who I'm taking this year. Because I'm not letting that – because I had Jamar Chase on my board, and then I hear that preseason stuff, and I took him off my board.
Yeah.
I think someone's going to be the wide receiver one for Green Bay. So my strategy is I've been taking both of them.
You probably weren't watching me.
Lazard in the 8th round.
You probably weren't watching me at that point, bro,
11th.
if you took Chase off your board. Because, I was telling everybody, what are you doing? What are you doing listening to this garbage? Oh, Jamar Chase having trouble catching the football. Like, it was the dumbest reporting I've ever seen in my life.
I'm getting Dobbs and I'm getting Chase vibes from Dobbs, and every year Aaron Rodgers had a wide receiver one. He's never not had a wide receiver. And then there's 40% of his targets are gone last year.
Dubs is a dub.
Devontae Adams is gone, and MVS. That's 40% of targets that need to go somewhere.
Dubs is a dub.
My goal is because of the ADP. The ADP Lazard is 9th round, and Dubs is going undrafted. But I know that's not going to happen in good leagues. So I'm going to go Lazard in the 8th round, and then Dubs in the 11th. And then if Dubs sucks in week 5 or 6, I'll just dump him and get someone in free agency.
Yeah.
I mean, every year you have 5-6 players that you're dumping. So I'm trying to hit home runs with that after the 8th, 9th round.
I gotta move it. I gotta move it along. I appreciate it. Great topic. Dubs to the moon. I'm gonna hit a moonshot for Dubs for you right now. Potential moonshot for him. Appreciate you, my man.
Nice talking to you, Smitty.
Yeah, you too. Call back anytime. All right. Next caller, dial in. And Terry, to answer your question about Edmonds, I'm just not touching that backfield. Honestly, the most talented running back in the Miami Dolphin running back room is Gaskin, and they don't even like him. I don't even know if he might not even be on the team as of this moment. Who knows? Gaskin's the most talented guy. You know what I'm saying? All right, here, Terry's next one.
And as we all know, it's getting closer and closer to the time where Kamara's probably not going to face any penalties until 2023. That being the case,
That's not the case, though, Terry. That's not the case, though, necessarily. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, Pat, and I'm here with, I love the energy, the Fantasy Football Dog Pound. And I have a question for you regarding your thoughts on Gabe Davis being drafted as a top 24 wide receiver this year.
You mean Gabe Davis is a good wide receiver? Gabe Davis is a good wide receiver. Top 24 isn't crazy at all. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. What can I do for you?
Hey, it looks like we had a drop call, but I'm back. I was just wondering your thoughts on Gabe Davis going as a top 24 wide receiver.
Gabe Davis is a good wide receiver. I mean, he can most certainly be a potential high-end wide receiver 3 that could play in the wide receiver 2 category. But, I like Shakir a lot too. I think he could make some noise. So I think it could be any one of those guys. But I do love Gabe Davis. He had kind of a strong finish. I don't know that Gabe Davis is a lock to do what he did last year on a long, extrapolated season. So we'll see. But good question.
Okay. I have a quick take. I think you can get similar value with an MVS, or if you even want to stretch further down the pack, an Alec Pierce. MVS, he not the best. We didn't see him really do a lot with the MVP QB, but it's not as high as a price point. It's a very similar player. It's boom or bust.
I mean, MVS is decent, but there's such a cloudy feel with those wide receivers in KC. I feel like if anybody's drafting one of those guys, I mean, Juju's going to be the only guy that could potentially be a wide receiver 3 out the gate. In my opinion, MVS could prove me wrong, but I think that the long-term guy is Sky Moore, like end of season. Early on, it's Juju, but for me, I'm not going to be caught dead starting one of those guys as even my wide receiver 3. I'm going to have Amon-Ra St. Brown in my wide receiver 3 spot. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, who's gonna be starting Juju or Sky Moore or MVS in a wide receiver 3? That's not me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm thinking I'm more in the best ball mentality right now. I have my drafts coming up. I'll have to switch gears to get back into the redraft mood.
Yeah.
But I wish you the best of luck, and Fantasy Football Dog Pound. Thank you.
Later, appreciate you. I don't know what you're trying to plug. You're not plugging Shiat up in this mug, bro. Dog pound. What's this dog pound, bro? That's how you never call it again. You start trying to do some kind of strange plug. No one knows what the hell you're even talking about. But I appreciate your call anyway. Son, Amon-Ra St. Brown to the moon. Let's go. Amon-Ra, baby. Amon-Ra. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Smitty, this is Aiden again. What's going on, man?
Aiden, what's up?
I'm good. Listen, so I was doing an ESPN mock draft. I was in round 5, and I'm looking at the board here. Who do you like most out of these couple players? Kyle Pitts, Ezekiel Elliott, DK Metcalf, ETN, or Amon-Ra St. Brown?
ETN, then Kyle Pitts, baby.
ETN and then Kyle Pitts?
Yeah, ETN and Kyle Pitts.
Okay. Are you avoiding Ezekiel Elliott this year?
Am I avoiding him? Yeah, that value. You're talking about Kyle Pitts. You're talking about ETN. You're talking about St. Brown's a little bit later down the way. Yeah.
Okay. So Zeke not even in the 5th round. You're just not even considering it at all.
No. Zeke to me is a 4th rounder, 5th rounder. St. Brown's a 6th rounder. You got guys all over the map here. Like these guys aren't even in the same ADP area. You know, you got Zeke Elliott he goes in the 2nd and 3rd, but he shouldn't. He's a 4th rounder to me. St. Brown's a 6th rounder. ETN's a 3rd, 4th rounder. Kyle Pitts is a 4th rounder. So you got to kind of prioritize the right way, or you're going to be taking guys way out of turn. ETN is
Right.
probably the best guy that you've mentioned. The guy I'd take the highest. Kyle Pitts would be like a 4th rounder, home run 4th rounder. St. Brown's a home run 6th, 7th round pick. Zeke Elliott's a guy I avoid pretty much at all costs. But they're completely spread out, so make sure you use an ADP to your advantage.
So do you like Kyle Pitts better than Kittle?
I could go back and forth, but yeah, I mean, I like Kyle Pitts more. He had the best rookie season for a tight end in the history of the NFL. I mean, like, what more can you ask for? Ritter's looking pretty good. So I don't know, bro. I mean, I'm taking Kyle Pitts if that's me. I mean, the yardage and receptions will be there. The touchdown production will be dependent on the quarterback play. And you could say
Right.
Kittle is the best tight end in football, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But when they make him block all the time, what are you going to do? You don't really know what's in store for him. Offensive line woes. I don't know. I just think I think it's there's just as much risk with Kittle getting fully unlocked and Pitts getting his touchdowns. But if Ritter is the real deal, and he doesn't have to be an elite quarterback, he just has to be a good quarterback, surprisingly good quarterback, then and the touchdown production's there. Boom. Boom.
Yeah, I had Kittle on my team last year, and he was kind of frustrating when he was blocking a lot.
Yeah.
Would you almost rather wait and take like a Dalton Schultz or somebody?
Well, of course. I mean, Dalton Schultz could be the number two. Dalton Schultz could outscore both of them. And if you're getting him in the 6th and 7th round, like, it's a home run.
Right.
Yeah, and Dawson Knox is good later, but so yeah. You, I mean, if you consider cost of entry, I'm drafting Kittle in the 5th round all day when I see him. I like it. It's good value. I'm drafting Kyle Pitts at the end of 4, top of 5 all day when I see it. But if Dalton Schultz is there at the end of 6 or specifically in 7, absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So there are good values there across the board. Kittle home run 5th, Pitts home run 5th, but even late 4th. Dalton Schultz, even more of a home run in 7. Pretty equivalent 6th round pick as Kittle would be 5th round pick. It's all pretty relative.
Right, definitely. So what's like a realistic expectation for ETN? Do you think he's just going to get going right out of the gate?
I do. I think ETN is the most valuable asset on the entire Jaguars roster. I think ETN is the weapon. He's the Deebo Samuel, but in running back form that's going to do what Deebo did as a wide receiver, as a running back. You'll see the opposite, the inverse of Deebo. That is ETN. ETN is the replica of Alvin or of Austin Eckler pre-running back Austin Eckler. When Austin Eckler was a receiver more than he was a running back before he transitioned to a between the tackle running back, Austin Eckler was a 500-yard rusher. So all these ridiculous James Robinson fears are absolutely casuals talk about James Robinson. Only a casual is going to talk about James Robinson being a threat to ETN. Why? Because ETN isn't going to run for 1,000 yards. He's going to run for like 700, 800, 900 yards. He could run for 1,000, but it's not going to be a 1,400-yard season on the ground. The Jaguars are going to run way more than ETN is going to run the football. So there needs to be another running back. Yes, one that will even run on 1st and 2nd down if ETN's on the field out wide as a wide receiver. ETN is the best receiving option on the team. I like Christian Kirk enough, but he's not an elite wide receiver 1 for a NFL team. He's more of a wide receiver 2. ETN's the best wide receiver on the team. I love
he
when
definitely kind of gives me that Kamara and Ingram vibes from Kamara's rookie year a little bit.
Yeah, don't worry about James. James Robinson's a non-fact. I'm 0%, -% worried about J-Rob. Torn Achilles tendon. Bro, my grandma can go out there on the field and outperform J-Rob. Like, it's not that J-Rob won't do well enough because the volume's there. But J-Rob literally is going to have half the explosion that he had in the past. There's no way around it. You don't have explosion coming off an Achilles tendon. It takes you not 1 year, years to get back your explosion. And guess what? The running back position doesn't wait for you. It's a tough business.
Right.
Running backs don't have an open window to the starting job, just sitting there waiting for them when they get hurt. You tear your Achilles tendon, you're done for years. Akers came back, looked awful. Akers is walking into his first season coming back from his ACL tear. Not his second, his first season. This is year 1. I don't care what he tried to do in year 0. Dude comes in and tries to come back 6 months recovered. Dumb move, reckless move. Who knows what kind of damage he caused? Who knows what kind of full rehabilitation, like if you could say, okay, you could be 100% recovered. Who knows if he can ever even get to 100% now because he went out there and ran on it early. That was stupid. That was done by the team. It was done by Akers. And Akers has a real shot at never getting his full potential explosion back because he came out 6 months after recovery and ran out there. You tear your ACL. You tear your ACL. And they put a new ACL in there. They cut a window out of your patellar tendon. They take that cut window piece that looks like a string. They put it in your joint here. They drill a hole, the top and the bottom. They screw screws in to keep that ACL tight. It's actually a patellar tendon, and it dies and turns into a ligament. And then once it turns into a ligament, because it's dead and it gets from more firm, it takes time to heal in there. You could go out there and run with the torn ACL, like a recovered ACL, a month after the surgery, if you wanted to. And everybody would go, oh my God, he's out there. He's out there running. He looks so good. I'm so proud of him coming back early. But yet, if you were doing that, you're damaging that healing process, and the ACL is just sliding out of the hole you drilled and screwed the ACL into. So when you repair an Achilles tendon, and you go out there and you run on it, you're limiting your ability to get 100% healthy and to get better. So it's absolutely crazy.
So, I mean, obviously we're talking about two really different injuries, but and we're also talking about the 5th round, so there's nowhere near as much risk with the 5th round pick. But is there really any injury concern with ETN again?
Swaggy's in timeout. Just for just continuing to be negative. So Swaggy, you're in timeout. Keep pushing it, Swaggy. See what happens. You love the show, keep pushing it. What's comical is Swaggy's always negative. You can be against me. You can have different opinions. We have different opinions in the chat all the time, but what we're not putting up with in the chat is somebody continuing to try and drag the pace of the showdown, continuing to try and drag the feel and vibe of the showdown. We're not having it. I don't care how long you've been here. I don't care what you super chat. I don't care what you do. You'll be put in timeout, and you'll be put in a position to where if this show is important to you, you'll become more of a positive person in the chat. It's not about disagreeing. It's about how you do it. It's about how you're trying to drag the show down constantly. Whatever is being said on screen, if I'm out here talking and I've got Swaggy continuously saying things like, comical, Smitty's talking like this. Oh, Smitty this. Hey, Smitty, stop, blah, blah, blah. It's different to disagree, Swaggy. Okay, so this is your warning shot. You can either take it with grace, you can become a positive person, even if you disagree, or you don't have to be here. It's that simple. Because I'm not going to sit here the entire time and see negative comments all the time. Every time I come to work, Swaggy, you're sitting there at my place of employment being Mr. Drag Down Negative in the chat. It's not going to happen anymore. So it's up to you. The ball's in your court. The next move is yours. All right, I apologize, but go ahead. What were you saying?
No, it's all good. I mean, obviously, we're talking about two very different injuries, and we're also talking about the 5th round, not the 3rd or the 4th round. You're talking about like your flex spot.
Talk about Akers?
I'm talking about ETN still.
Oh, ETN.
I was gonna jump on him in the 5th round. But you were talking about, J-Rob, and obviously that's an Achilles tear. Is there very much chance of like a re-injury? Are you concerned about injury with ETN at all?
No, I mean, ETN's looking sharp, bro. He's out there cutting. He's out there just looking like a monster, and he's rehabbing it early to prevent it from getting any sort of pain to reoccur. So ETN's out there not only proving, like, some players will say, hey, I'm 100% whatever. And then you're like, okay, I don't really believe you. But ETN's out there looking like a monster, cutting drills, videos. We've got all the evidence we need visually that he can cut. He has no problems whatsoever. The only concern I have would be that his foot would get sore and it would start to come back into play, the injury. I don't think that's a problem. Plus, he's saying he's going to rehab it all year long as a preemptive measure. I love that. I love his approach to it. So to answer your question, you're saying 4th and 5th round for ETN? Bro, he's a middle of the 3rd round pick. You know, I'm not concerned. Yeah, he's a guy I would take in round 3. Now, if you can get away with getting him in round 4, you're going to hit a home run. That's like walk to the bank type material. That's win a league material. ETN in round 4, you're hitting the home run out of the park and over the lake where Terry and Silver are driving those boats around trying to pick up all the home run balls. You're knocking it out over that whole lake if you get him in the 4th round. Same thing with Breece Hall. But if you have to take Breece Hall and ETN in round 3, let's say 3.6, 3.5, then you're still hitting the home run out of the park. It's just the difference is Terry or Silver are going to get their grips on it with those boats, you know, driving around, picking it up. It's not as big of a home run, but it's still out of the park home run. It's not like a lower deck home run. ETN and Hall can hit it out of the park in the third and a half. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, man. Yeah, basically you're saying 5th round is like no brainer. Like some miracle even falls that far.
Bro, if you get ETN in the 5th round, like, you know, my grandma's in your league and she's not even on this planet anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna look at drafting ETN a lot more, man. You got me sold on it.
Yeah, I mean, anybody should be sold on him. I love that. All right, bro.
Yeah,
appreciate you. Yeah, calling anytime. Oh no, cut out there, Aiden. I don't know what happened there. All right, next message again. Terry, not buying into those.
It doesn't face any penalties.
What is this question from Terry?
And as we all know, it's getting closer and closer to the time where Kamara's probably not going to face any penalties until 2023.
So
that being the case,
okay, what I was saying earlier is Kamara. That is not the case. That could be the case. But I've had 2 attorneys on to talk about this. Kamara is not out of the woods. Everybody wants to assume he is out of the woods. He could be. I'm not saying he's for sure getting suspended, or it'd be more so the commissioner exemplar is paid. That's not happening early on according to the reports, right? So he's going to walk into 2022 starting games, and that's going to cause people to take him with no package and risk at all. Like, people are going to take this guy literally at 2.2, 2.1, 1.10. And I think that package is in no risk at all. That's assuming he doesn't ever miss any time. Now, in a nutshell, without going into too much detail, because I've already got a whole show on this, a 45-minute show on this. So if you haven't seen it, I urge you to go watch it. 120 of you in here, only 60 thumbs up. Punch that thumb up button if you could. I'm going to tell you right now, Kamara absolutely could be looking at, if that video leaks, which there's a high likelihood of it leaking, this component alone could take him off the field. He'll be done. If that video, the full video leaks, he's done. And I've got it on good authority from somebody that I trust very much in the industry, in the surveillance industry, that says that he has contacts that have actually seen the video. Okay, your boy Smitty doesn't throw out this kind of stuff all the time. But a buddy I trust has people he's spoken to, so a source of a source of a source, that says he's seen the video and it's really bad. Like, and we already know it's bad. It's been described to us, but it's not like, oh, we're going to find out this video is not as bad as we thought. It's bad. It's bad. And Kamara and his buddies kicked this guy into the ground unconscious, and then while he was down, they continued to beat him while he was unconscious, reportedly unconscious. If that video leaks, he's done. At least for 2022, he's done. So I think to assume he's not, that video won't leak is a risk right there. Number 2, if the trial, here's where people I think are confused. If the trial's been moved 60 days, and the trial can't even begin before the season ends. That's where people like Schefter and other people are confused. And they're confused. I'm sorry, but they are. Just because a trial can't conclude before the season ends doesn't mean that the NFL won't take action. They won't discipline necessarily unless the video gets released. They won't discipline until the trial is over, potentially. But if that video gets released, he's done there. The NFL is going to take action. And if a trial starts, they're not going to want this trial. They don't want Kamara going to court in the weekdays and hitting the field on the weekends. The PR is going to be awful. The solution is paid leave. We're not judging Kamara yet. We're going to let it play out in the courts, but it's best if he goes and takes care of this. And when it's done and he's innocent, if that's the case, he comes back, boom. Smitty, have you seen Claypool kick that guy in the face? No punishment, says Kenny. I'll look into that. Is that something new you're talking about? Or are you talking about an old situation? I'll look for some news on that. But anyway, Kamara, to answer your question, Terry, it's not a lock, but let's hear the rest of your question.
If Kamara doesn't face any penalties, Kamara or Javonte?
Javonte. Like, here's the thing. If we knew for a fact Kamara wasn't being suspended, Javonte has been my 2.1 lock the entire offseason during this turmoil when everyone's scared. Yeah, you're live on the Fantasy Football Show. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? First time caller, just watching your show today.
What's up, man?
Right,
what's your name? What's your name?
My starting lineup.
What's your name, pal?
My bad. Sure. It's Princeton or Prince from Philly.
Prince, what's up, my man?
Sure, man. Some good information you're giving on Travis Etienne. I have him on one of my other leagues, but I'm gonna show you. I was gonna call in to give you my starting lineup, and then I wanted to see if you think that I should trade for a more elite receiver.
Okay.
Right. All right. So I've got Jalen Hurts, Christian McCaffrey, Javonte Williams, Mike Williams, Cortland Sutton, Dallas Goedert, Aaron Jones.
Man.
And on my bench, I got Bateman, AJ Dillon, Melvin Gordon, Alan Lazard. Then I got Damian Pierce, Brian Robinson, and Isaiah McKenzie.
Nice. So what's your question then? You want to know if you should make any moves?
Yeah, I was trying to get CeeDee Lamb because I know he's going to have a big year. And Mike Williams and Cortland Sutton, they're not going to be 100 reception receivers, I don't think.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you want to trade?
I was trying to trade. My bad.
No, go ahead.
My bad. There's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, there's a little bit.
I was trying to trade Mike Williams and Alan Lazard for him, but he didn't take that. So
for which player?
For CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb, yeah. I mean, you're not going to get CeeDee Lamb cheap, man. He's a top 14 overall player. Like, you may have worked these guys over in the draft, but like trading after the fact, people are going to be scared. Most people that don't know how to draft don't know how to trade, and while that can sometimes lead to a an imbalanced trade where you take them to the cleaners, most people that don't know how to draft are going to be scared to make trades, especially if you come a knocking. They're like, what does he know that I don't know? Oh my God, I'm not going to trade him. I'm going to look like a fool.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones for CeeDee Lamb is the kind of move you got to make, and I don't even know if they do that because they're scared to trade.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. I was thinking of trading Jones and Dillon for him, but then I was like, am I giving up too much?
I'd trade Jones alone and keep Dillon, and then try and do that. I mean, I draft CeeDee Lamb over. I draft CeeDee Lamb over Aaron Jones.
Yeah. So the reason why I wanted to keep him because of McCaffrey. I don't know if he's going to get injured, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's my insurance policy, but I know I'm not going to be able to get an elite without giving him up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not. I mean, it's gonna be tough to get a guy like that you draft higher, without giving up a player lower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, all right. That was my only question.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
name your running backs again.
Sure, I've got McCaffrey, Javonte Williams, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, and Melvin Gordon, and Damian Pierce and Brian Robinson.
Yeah, so you got two really good players there in Brian Robinson and Pierce that could end up being your saviors if something does happen to McCaffrey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Are they going to be splitting, though?
You're talking. Yeah, but who are your wide receivers again? You got Mike Williams and who?
Cortland Sutton, Alan Lazard, and Isaiah McKenzie.
So do you see how you're protective of your running back situation, but you're completely ignoring that at the cost of your wide receivers? So like when you say, well, what if McCaffrey goes down, or but what about your wide receivers right now, week in and week out? I'm not saying those are bad wide receivers, but to sit there and say, I'm going to worry about my running backs and then not have this Lamb in my lineup. Like that's, who cares about you've got two strong running backs and a plethora of guys that could step up and be, pretty good. You could also sell, you said you have Montgomery. You could sell Montgomery or go get Khalil Herbert and at least lock up that Bears running back situation. And with Khalil Herbert, Monty ain't bad.
No, I don't have Montgomery. I have Gordon.
Gordon. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had Montgomery. But, yeah, so I'm not targeting Monty. I'm just saying if you had both. But, okay. So, yeah, but, I mean, Lamb in your lineup, like, it is what it is. Is Aaron Jones even in your flex spot?
Yeah, he's in my flex.
So, if you think about it like this, you're swapping your flex spot out. Nothing changes in your lineup. And if McCaffrey goes down, you're still starting Lamb. Like, nothing changes. You know what I mean? Like, think about it from this perspective. If McCaffrey went down, you throw Aaron Jones into your running back 2 spot. Who's your flex? Doesn't matter. Like, you know what I mean? You're still going to have someone new in there.
Yeah.
So go get Lamb if you can for Aaron Jones. I get Debo, Lamb. Maybe even try for Tyreek Hill on the cheap, a little cheaper for, I don't even know what you could give up, but Mike Williams is a pretty decent pull. Like he's getting like 4th and 5th round value. You might be able to trade Mike Williams for a Tyreek Hill if you give up something else, Melvin Gordon or something. Just try it, see what happens, see if they bite.
Okay, how many receptions you got Tyreek having this year?
Tyreek?
It doesn't matter.
If he's lacking, let's just say he has 100. Like he could have 90 to 100. It doesn't mean he's gonna have the same yardage totals, but he certainly still could. Like he's so good and so hard to contain. I don't know what Tua is gonna look like with him. Tua might look a lot, but this might have the Ryan Tannehill effect. Okay. Where it's like Tannehill we're gonna see what Tannehill is really made of now. Tannehill's not good. Tannehill was playing at almost an elite level at times with the A.J. Brown. Like, it was crazy. I remember at one point during, I think it was not this last season, but the season before, there was like the first 5 or 6 games, Tannehill was like in the top. He was easily in the top 10, but he was higher than that. And it was just like, how is this possible? And I'm not saying Tua's garbage, but Tua is going to look probably a lot better than even I've been suggesting, because Hill looks phenomenal. So I like Hill a lot. If Hill, let's say, got 90 receptions instead of 100, or if his yardage was down, he's going to be playing that Deebo Samuel role to a degree, because McDaniel, the head coach of the Dolphins, came from the Niners. He's the one that helped orchestrate and blueprint that Deebo Samuel wideback role. He is the one of the main architects of it. Tyreek Hill and Waddle, speedsters, man. 2 of the fastest guys in the NFL. He's going to be having these guys doing jet sweeps, end arounds, catching the ball 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, just like Debo would, and seeing if Tyreek Hill can take it 70 yards down the field, down the sideline, whatever. So go after Tyreek Hill. He's going to be phenomenal. But Mike Williams, just one last point before I let you go. You're a little more down on Mike Williams than I am. I think Mike Williams is capable of being top 12. I'm not saying he will. Certainly don't draft him to be a top 10 wide receiver. But the potential's there. And through the first 5 weeks of the season last year, Mike Williams was a top 5, 6, 7 wide receiver. It's just a matter of can he do it all year long? We don't know. But it wouldn't shock me one bit if he was the number one wide receiver for what is arguably the number one quarterback in the NFL and in fantasy in Justin Herbert this year. So don't discredit Mike Williams. In fact, maybe keep him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was just with Keenan Allen, I think he's going to get like 100 receptions this season. You know what I mean? So it's like, is it one of those things to where it's like a Joe Burrow thing to where T. Higgins and Chase are just going to be top 12, fantasy options projected?
If healthy,
Mike
yeah.
Williams is going to be like that.
If healthy, yeah. But that's assuming that what you're saying is right, that Keenan Allen's the guy. A lot of people think Mike Williams could be the guy this year, even if both are healthy. So it's not, I think you just need to, don't undervalue him.
Gotcha. All right, man. But one more thing. Do you think I should trade Sutton for A.J. Brown since I have a Jalen Hurts? You think that would be an upgrade, or keep Sutton?
Bro, A.J. Brown is borderline top of round 3. That is a home run. If you can trade Sutton for a couple people have said this is a nursing home league. You go in there and you take someone's A.J. Brown for Sutton, you might cause a heart attack. One of your league mates might be out for the season at that point at the nursing home. So be careful on that one. But of course I'd take that in a heartbeat. All right, man. Appreciate you. Call in anytime, Prince.
All right, man. Thanks,
Later.
Man. Nice.
That was unbelievable. A.J. Brown.
Hey, Smitty, what do you think of my sleeper, Isaiah McKenzie, this year? I think he's taken over the Beasley role. He's going to eat, especially in PPR formats. This guy played a full game last year, had 13 catches, 125 yards, and a TD. I know he's a bit older for a guy to get started, but I think he's somebody to watch in deeper formats.
Could be, but you know who my guy is in this Buffalo wide receiver room? Shakir. If I'm taking any wide receiver, even over McKenzie, I'm taking Shakir, later. That's the guy I want. I think Shakir could be the guy. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Smitty, it's David Ramos. How's it going?
What's up, David?
Man, I finally got through, huh?
Attaboy.
I've been trying for like a week or so.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't even have my question anymore.
That's okay.
I didn't think you'd answer. I was like, man, I'm gonna try again. But no, okay. So serious question. Okay, I do have a question. How do you think? Okay, what if I'm trying to plan a strategy for the wife, not for me. I'm good, okay, but I can't help my wife this year. We're doing a live draft. I can't help her. She's on her own.
That's messed
but
up.
What I want to do
That's
is,
messed up.
I can't.
Look,
last year she played for the first time.
I know what you're saying. I'm in Miss Smitty's work league, but I'm gonna help her. I'm not gonna lie. There's gonna be times where I'm gonna be like this. If you can't pick that. You're not gonna be able to get that person back. So I'm gonna take him here. I could see that happening, but you gotta help. You gotta help her, bro. Think about it this way. You tell her if you win or I win, we split it, and now you got essentially two teams. I'm not saying to trade between the two or collude. I'm just saying you could you could help her, and if you win, she's gonna give you half the cash, right? No.
Yeah, but it's live. Everybody's there.
Oh.
So my cousins are there. Everybody who's drafting, we're all going to be live.
I
so
see
how's
what
that
you're
going to look
saying.
when I'm like, no. So I'll get her a rankings, right? I'll get her.
I got you. Okay, I got you.
Use. But what I was going to do was tell her running back, receiver type. You know what I mean? Something like that. But I don't know. That's not the best. Strategy. But,
no, you don't want her going positional. But I mean, it could help guide her a little bit if she's newbie. But I mean, just prep her in advance, bro. Just be like, okay, here's the good, first round picks. I got my video, best pick in every round. You know what I'm saying? So like, have her watch those videos. Have you seen those series? It's the best pick in every round.
No, I don't think so. I'm only watch your lives. I don't really. Yeah, I just like the lives. I don't know, but no, I'll check them out then. Yeah, definitely look in there. So definitely know though on the hey, this is how you're gonna draft this time.
Just have her watch. There's a series. There's 3 of them. It's the best picks in every round. So and you can see it in the thumbnail. It's really easy to find. And it's got like rounds 1 and 2, and then rounds 3 and 4, and then rounds 5, 6, and 7, whatever. So the best picks in every round. Have her watch that. That'll very, very much prep her. And then from there, like, I don't know, like someone said in the chat, send her a text. You could help her if she's 2 or 3 picks away. It's a little stressful.
I could do text message.
You could,
right?
Or
text real quick,
or instant message. If you guys open up like Skype or Slack or whatever, you could whatever. It's a little stressful though. If it's her first draft, she's gonna be overwhelmed, and if you're like check your text, you can be like yelling at you like stop it, let me draft. Like maybe she wants to draft on her own. So make sure you're not overstepping.
Okay, yeah, there's that too.
Like I'll walk out like
basically it for this year. I'm a little nervous for her, but I mean,
yeah. Double A says looks like your wife needs to subscribe to the channel, like, But hey, I'll tell you this, Ramos, you're really, really crapping the bed here by only watching the live streams. There is so much good content that I'm uploading. I've got a video that I'll be uploading, my favorite draft strategy. I've got a video I'm uploading. First of all, the waiver wire pre-week 1 video will be dropping. The panic chamber. You tell me you don't watch the panic chamber, David?
Nah, I'm slipping. No,
David.
I don't like lives. Not just you though. Everybody's lives.
David. The panic chamber is one of the best episodes on the internet when it comes to fantasy football content. You got to watch the panic chamber. Do you have Spotify? Do you ever listen to stuff on Spotify while you're working out or while you're cooking or whatever? Doing laundry?
Nope.
No?
No.
Because all my shows are on Spotify video, bro. You can listen.
Okay.
You can watch them on Spotify.
I might check it out.
I have a video show on Spotify. Every video on YouTube gets uploaded to Spotify for the most part. Spotify right here. Spotify. You can go to smitty1.com, get those links. Are you watching the Fantasy Football Show on Spotify? Apparently, David isn't. All right, David. David.
I need to take a lap. Huh?
You do need to go watch. Hey, I want you to watch the Panic Chamber and then get back to me and tell me that you didn't drop the ball on this and go grab. Man, why am I not watching the uploads? This Panic Chamber show is absolutely phenomenal. It's the best show I've ever seen in my life. This thing should be on HBO Max.
All right, I got you. I'm gonna go watch all your videos then after this live though. But
marathon.
Yeah, I'll spend time watching on your channel for sure.
All right, appreciate you, David. Call in anytime. The phone lines are open pretty much most shows, and I try and get to them when I'm on a call. I can't really answer, but keep trying.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Smitty, keep up the good work, man. You rocking all off season. You were killing it, so appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
All right.
All right. Let's see here. Next up, Kenny, appreciate you. What was that question Kenny had? Oh, Shakir. I'm telling you, the Shakir Buffalo wide receiver rookie could be pretty darn good. I like him a lot.
Hey, what up, Schmitty? It's me, your boy again, dropping loads.
Is this Kevin?
All over the voicemail line, almost as much as Javante is going to be dropping loads all over the field this season. It is the voicemail season for your
What do you at Costco? It sounds like he's at Costco. I don't know if he's at Costco. I don't know what maybe he's in some kind of like warehouse or something. I don't know what's going on, but this is the voicemail king, Kevin. Kevin's voicemails are so long. Literally, his last one's still playing. His last voicemail might have just ended.
King. So I'm hearing some rumors that Tom Brady is filming The Masked Singer. Some little birdie on Reddit is telling me about this. Do you have any information that verifies this is true or false?
We must have got to his head. He's coining himself the voicemail king. I'm sure he's got shirts made, probably wearing gold chains, walking around Costco right now. I can hear Costco right now. I can hear the registers. Ting, ting, ting. Dudes at Costco, literally walking around. People are like, "What's this guy screaming about?" So Tom Brady, who knows what's going on with Tom Brady? A lot of people are saying the Masked Singer. He's on the Masked Singer or whatever. I don't know that that's it. Think about it. How long does it take to film that show? The show doesn't take 2 weeks to film. So that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, could it be possible? Sure. Well, his scheduled absence was scheduled. So could it have been something where he said, I'm on this TV show and is already committed. If I come back, Bulls, I want to be on this show. And they're like, whatever you want, Tom Brady, just come back to the team. Like, I could see him agreeing to something like that. I'm not saying it's impossible. But this feels like something different. This feels like Bulls saying, hey, when's he coming back? And Bulls is like, I don't know. I'm not worried yet, but I don't know. Does that sound like somebody that's on a scheduled, maybe Tom Brady didn't tell him where he was going. I have something scheduled. I can't talk about it. I won't let you know what it is. Don't ask questions. But if I come back and play, you got to let me off during this time frame. So it was supposedly scheduled. But then there was reports that it's work-life balance. Now, that could be work-life balance. He wants to go on a show. I highly doubt it. There's something else going on. I've been reporting on it for 2 days. I'm not saying I'm 100% sure of what I'm suggesting it is, that there's a problem at home or in Tom Brady's desire to play football. And maybe he feels like he's just too old and he miscalculated and his body just hit a wall really quickly. He's 45 years old. But I don't know what it is. Masked showman, whatever, the Masked Singer. I don't even know what it is. I've never seen it. But apparently it's something that some people are trying to guesstimate that this is what's going on. I don't know that that's it. I think there's something going on. I think once it's known, everybody's gonna be like, oh, okay. Like I've been saying it for days and people think I'm crazy. Now everybody's got theories. Everybody's, saying that they think something's going on. 2 days ago was not a big deal. Fantasy Dog says, hook up Hod Prime with a 2-month YouTube membership. It's not something that's in my control, Fantasy Dog. You purchase those through the link that I can drop here. And if anybody buys a gift of those end up getting dished out at random. So nothing's in my control. I have zero control over the YouTube exclusive memberships. I will drop that link, though. So if anybody wants to get one right now, you can grab one right now, and I'm going to pin that bad boy so you can use those emojis. And if you get one of those YouTube exclusive memberships, not only will you have the emoji and the ability to be in the exclusive YouTube chats, which we're going to do one maybe this coming week for the first time, where it's locked down to only YouTube exclusive members. And it's not a punishment to people that aren't subscribed. It's $1.99 a month, by the way. It supports the channel, but it also thins down the chat so I can get to people for Start Bench advice. So one show a week will be a YouTube exclusive member only live chat driven show. And you got to have that membership. It's pinned in the live chat. It's also, if you're watching a replay, the link for a YouTube exclusive membership is down in the description. And anybody that grabs those and gifts them out, I don't have control over that, Super Fantasy Dog. So I appreciate your super chat, though. But I have no ability to give those away. It's all controlled through YouTube. Trade advice. Thank you for the super chat, Fantasy Dog. I appreciate you. You are the man.
Thanks for the super chat. Giddy up.
Josh, thank you for the super chat. Trade advice, full PPR. I have received Swift and Sutton. I'm sending Lamb and ETN. I'm keeping Lamb and ETN, bro. I like Swift a lot, but ETN's kind of on the same wavelength, bro. And then Lamb crushes Sutton to me. So I'm keeping the Lamb ETN side. Appreciate your super chat. Ron Navy. He needs to have her do a bunch of mock drafts. He's talking about who was that? That was it the Philly guy? Who was that? I already forget who the caller was. I'm sorry. But Ron's right. He needs to have his wife do those drafts. Oh, Ramos. Ramos needs his wife to do some mock drafts. Yeah, she can jump in and do some mock drafts. We'd be happy to have her come in and do some, bro. Lamb, ETN side, says Kenny. I agree. So Kenny and I are on the same page. I think everybody in here is going to say Lamb side. Lamb chop side. Friarmouth, I love Friarmouth. I don't know what we're talking about there. Friarmouth, baby. Let's go. 154 in here, 93 thumbs up. Hit that thumb up button. Irv Smith is decent. I don't mind Irv Smith. David Ramos, there it is. David, yeah, she should do a couple mock drafts with us. And if not, you can do mock drafts with her. You know, like you can create a free mock draft and go do one on, or join with us. We'll do one. This super chat by East Coast Tatty. Thank you very much, my man. My son sent you a quick video message on IG. Let's go check it out.
Smeezy, go. Smeezy, go. Smeezy, go.
Pretty cool, bro.
Smeezy, go.
I love it. This Taddy's son loves the show. There's footage of the show in the background while he's saying that. I love it, Taddy. Appreciate you. You know, and I don't know. I don't know if this is quite like. I hope I don't disappoint you, Taddy, and I say things that end up being like, "Cover your ears, son," because I'm not exactly, you know, I'm not exactly the most I don't know, straight arrow person in the world. So hopefully I don't disappoint you. But I appreciate you, little man. Little man's a goat. Little man, let's send him to the moon.
To the moon.
Little man to the moon. Little Taddy. Little Taddy to the moon. Let's see here. We are going back to voicemail group number 2. James Conklin in the house.
Don't really have any questions until Sunday because the simple thing is everybody's
good talk, James. I don't really have anything.
Drafting this weekend or next, so may all your draft picks stay healthy, and may your pockets for fantasy football be wealthy.
Attaboy. Thank you, Conklin. Conklin sounds like he's backing up a truck full of cash money from his Javonte Williams ticket advances. He literally went to the bank. He went to League Safe and he said, "Hey, here are my teams. Look at my roster." They said, "Oh my God, this guy's got Javonte in the 2nd round. He's got Joe Burrow in the 6th round. He's got Jamar Chase. Let's advance him whatever he wants. Let's get him a truck, a truck full of money." That's the truck that Conklin's backing up to fill up his cash money from all of his IOUs that League Safe's going to owe him. Unbelievable.
Call into the show. Dial 602 NFL. Dong.
All right. Josh has some question here. Daniel, is it a good offer if I give Diggs and Stevenson for Javonte and Pittman? Absolutely. That's a great trade. That would be. You might lose a friend over that one if it goes through. At the end of the year, they may not be talking to you anymore. So yeah, a fantastic trade, my bro. A fantastic trade. Collusion dropping a $5 holler.
Let's go, mashed potatoes.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you, Russian Collusion. Big energy Russian Collusion. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Yeah. Hi.
Who?
This is Brandon, Mellow Trucker.
What's up, Brendan?
Hey, are you not on right now, right?
I'm on. We're live.
Oh, yeah. So are you going to do a mock draft? A mock draft board?
No, we don't do mock drafts during the day, during the evening show, the 7 p.m. show. This is a news show, voicemail show. Mock drafts are in the evening. I don't know.
Do you have any other links I can check?
Well, I mean, I'll drop those live in the live when we do the mock drafts. I'll drop them live, so you just have to be on the live stream.
Oh, okay. No, because I follow you because I'm a big Niner fan, so you already know.
Appreciate you. Trey Lance season, baby.
Yeah. I can't wait. But yeah, I'm watching your show right now on YouTube. I'll just check and see if I get because I just joined a fantasy league, so I'm not really into fantasy because I hate rooting for other teams and players.
I mean, do a lot of mock drafts with us at night. Yeah, that'll help. Even if you rewatch them, if you don't get into all of them, just kind of watch the board and don't go taking your Niners too early. So many of these Niner fans that I have in here, they'll take, Kittle in round 3, and you'll go Ayuk in 4. Like Ayuk's a 7th rounder. That's no knock on him. That's just where his ADP is. Eli Mitchell's a 5th rounder. Kittle's a 5th rounder. Debo's a 12 to 15 overall player. So he's okay to take in the 2nd round. But just be careful not to draft all Niners. Like, draft with the brain, not the heart.
Yeah, they told me I was going to do that too. But I got one question because I follow you on Instagram too.
Yeah.
Who would you take if you had the chance, Javonte Williams or Justin Jefferson?
I mean, JJ. JJ's my number 3 or number 2 overall. Jamar Chase and JJ are neck and neck for my number 2 overall player in PPR. If it's PPR.
Okay.
If it's non-PPR, then I'm tempted to go Najee Harris, even though most people will say, oh, what did something happen to CMC or Derrick Henry? I'm just not buying into the injury risk at 2-3 overall value. But do I like Jefferson? If JT's off the board at number 1, do I like Jefferson and Chase as the next 2 guys? Absolutely. In a PPR.
Okay. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and Javonte in round 2, if you're playing with a bunch of grandmas or, in the nursing home, whatever, and it sounds like you're playing with other Niner people, right?
No, there's one other Niner fan, but there's a whole bunch of Raiders, Cowboy fans, but it's a paid person versus person league.
Okay. Definitely grab Javonte in round 2 if you can. I don't know if he'll fall. I mean, the news of Melvin Gordon basically saying, which is, it needs to be, I can't tell you how many people have DM'd me or texted me on the Smitty text line, the one-on-one text device that I have through thefantasyfootballshow.com. If anybody wants that, go to thefantasyfootballshow.com. But I have one-on-one text service, and I can't tell you how many people in the last 48 hours have sent me a text that said, should I take Javonte at 1.1 now? And I'm like, I just, you can't do that. You can't do that. Not number one, his value's not there yet.
Right.
His value's not there yet. Like he hasn't climbed into round 1 officially. He hasn't, and he might not. He might. Tanner, I see you calling. Call back in a second. I'll be able to get you in here. He might not, bro. He might not climb into round 1. This news is very hard to gauge in a sense of like what the reactions are going to be, because still people are so gung-ho on dragging Javonte down. Tanner, hey Tanner, I'm going to merge you into this call, so just hang tight for me right there, Tanner. Okay? Actually, Tanner hung up.
I gotta get ready to go, but I got one thing. I know I'm taking the 49er defense week 1 for sure.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, though. I appreciate it, man. So I can find that website on your Instagram, right? Underneath?
A link in the bio.
The fantasyfootball.com?
Link in the bio. Everything you need, everything I have, link in the bio on IG. You'll see my one-on-one text link. You'll see my content membership link. You'll see my Spotify video link. You'll see it all.
All right, thanks. I got you.
All right, man. Brandon, appreciate you. Call anytime, bro. Appreciate you. Bye.
All right, you have a nice day.
All right, Tanner, dial in. Tanner's like an ex-girlfriend, just blowing me up. I got to answer. Eventually, I'm going to answer. Be like, Tanner, what? Smitty there? Can I speak to Smitty? I don't mind, Tanner. You got to break into the phone line a certain way, so I totally get it. I'm just joking with you. But Tanner is relentless. Let's get Tanner in. Here he is. He won't stop. Can't stop. There's Tanner. Tanner, what's up?
What's up, Smitty? How you doing?
Good. How you doing, Tanner?
I'm doing well. Hey, question for you. I got offered a trade. It's a 12-man PPR league. I have Najee Harris, Brandon Cooks, and Gesicki, and I was offered Travis Kelce and Devontae Adams.
For Travis Kelce and Devontae Adams for who?
So he offered Travis Kelce and Devontae Adams for Najee, Brandon Cooks, and Mike Gesicki.
Smash it. I don't care if there's running back like leakage here, where you don't know what you're gonna do. It doesn't matter. Like look, Devontae Adams and Najee are really close. I mean, of course, I'd probably rather have Najee. That's just, but Kelce over Cooks and Gesicki?
Right.
Yeah.
So
are you sure it's not Dalvin Cook? Are you sure it's not Dalvin Cook?
Correct. It's Brandon.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you'd hit smash.
Yeah,
and you're
the
like,
guy-
yeah, this Dalvin Cook's character. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Punch it.
No. Okay. It's going to leave me with Saquon and Etienne and Ramondre Stevenson as my running backs.
I mean,
So say punch it.
I mean, I understand. Like, who are you putting on the bench at wide receiver now because of this trade?
Probably St. Brown.
I mean, I hate that, but like, so name your team. First of all, it's a smash no matter what, but I just want to see the impact to your lineup just in case there's some weird. So you have who are your starters? Name your starters. I'm going to write them down.
So I have Russell Wilson at quarterback.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let's do this proper.
You're good.
Okay, Russell Wilson at quarterback.
Yep. I got Keenan Allen and St. Brown as my receivers.
Okay.
And then I got, right now I have Najee and Saquon as my RB1 and 2. ETN is my flex. And then I have Pat Frymouth and Gesicki as my tight ends.
Okay, so Muth is actually your starter, by the way. So you're giving up your backup tight end, which
Right.
is hilarious. And Brandon Cooks is
Yeah.
your Brandon
And
Cooks
I
is
have
okay.
Yeah, I have him on my bench and Gesicki on my bench.
So what you're doing essentially is you're putting ETN into your running back 1 or 2 spot, however you want to look at that. Now you're getting
Right.
Devontae Adams, but let's put St. Brown here, and then we'll put Devontae Adams here, and then I'm sorry, who was your wide receiver? Keenan Allen. So Allen. So you got St. Brown in your flex, you have Barkley in your running back 2, ETN in your running back 1, or however you want to word that, and then you got instead of Muth, now you've got Kelsey.
Right.
So St. Brown's actually in your flex spot, right? Not actually on the bench.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You know, unless there's somebody else you haven't. Yeah, I mean it's a smash. I mean, think about it from this perspective, bro. The only thing you're maybe doing is putting yourself in a bind if one of these 2 running backs goes down. Who I don't care about that fairy tale scenario yet because it's not true. It's not what we're looking at. So all in all, bro, you're just moving around lineup spots. Adams goes there instead of Najee here. St. Brown drops down to here. It doesn't matter, bro. Like you're just moving things around musical chair style. You got Adams, Keenan, St. Brown, Kelsey, Barkley, ETN, Russell Wilson. Now, I'm not saying to stop here. You know, I still try and make moves, but like this is a great move. This is a great move. I love Najee Harris, but this is a great move.
All right.
Like you should punch it. Can you hit accept?
Yeah.
Punch it.
All right, it's accepted.
Nice, bro. Kelsey. I mean, think about it this way.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, think about it this way. First round pick, second round pick. A lot of people are going to argue second round pick. I'd say third round. You have a lot of value that could be considered all a bucket of third round talent or even second round talent to a lot of people. That's a lot. Now, I don't stop here. I shop Barkley. I try and go get Javonte. I try and go get, like I would go to the Breece Hall owner and see what wide receiver bump you could get, what quarterback bump you could get. Like if you could turn this into a Herbert using Russell Wilson to trade Barkley in the Breece Hall or into, like something like that, I'm all about that. I'm just telling you right now. That's just my thoughts on it. Breece Hall ripped off. I don't know if anybody saw Breece Hall rip off that, what was it, like a 60, 70-yard run in the scrimmage.
Let's go, mashed potatoes!
Yeah.
I mean, Breece Hall season, baby. All right, man. Appreciate you. Good question.
Yeah. Hey, appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, keep working. Keep trying to make those trades work. Keep upgrading. Later. That was a good trade. I still think his team needs a little work to get to the top spot, but he's definitely in the mix now for sure. Collusion, again, thank you for the super chat, my good man. You are the best. Swaggy will punch that trade yesterday. I think everybody here is in agreement that trade is a home run. Who am I talking to? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
Hey, Smitty, how's it going? This is Ben.
Ben, what's up, Ben? Hey, Ben, where are you calling
Hey,
from? Let's start. Hi, this is Ben. I'm from Pennsylvania. Like, where are you calling from?
Well, I'm Dan from Texas.
Texas, attaboy. This is a man right here.
Yeah.
This is a real man right here. What's up, Ben?
Hey, so I kind of ran into a little bit of a best player available hole. Not too bad, but I ended up a little weak at wide receiver. I'm in this league that's a 2 tight end league. 3 wide receivers. I ended up with I did get CeeDee Lamb in the second round. I got Eckler in the first round. Got Javonte in the third.
Hold on a second. You got Lamb in round. You got Lamb in round 1. You got Javonte in round 3.
No, I'm sorry. I got Eckler in round 1, Lamb in round 2, and then Javonte in the third.
Jeez.
And then I got I have ETN. I have Hall. I got Dobbins, Penny. Along the way, but people were drafting heavier tight end and wide receiver. So my second and third wide receiver are Mooney and Ayuk. So I'm kind of stuck there.
You're not in a jam there, bro.
Okay, that sounds good to you. I mean,
Mooney and Ayuk.
That sounds pretty solid.
Look, bro. If you're stacking the hand that you have in your hand right now, like heavy, like you got trip aces in your hand. You can't expect to also have 2 kings. You know, like it's not like something to where, okay, I'm gonna freak out and dilute my trips that I've got, these trip aces. I'm gonna dilute them because I'm scared about my other 2 cards. I got a 5 and a 6, or a 5 and a 9, whatever. So it's like Mooney has wide receiver 2 potential, bro. Like high end wide receiver 2 potential. Ayuk is a fantastic wide receiver 3. You know, he's very, very good. Look, I helped someone yesterday that I didn't think for the life of me St. Brown was going to be on waivers. But when I see that you got Javonte in round 3, I kind of wonder about the league mates you're drafting with. This nursing home of a group of individuals that you're in a league with right now. Is someone like that on waivers? Like, you want to read to me your top available wide receivers on your waivers? Let's see if we can find a diamond in the rough. I just wonder if there's somebody there that shouldn't be there, like an Elijah Moore or something crazy like that, bro.
Well, on my bench, I got Sky Moore, I got Rondell Moore, and McKenzie as a bench. Right now on waivers, the top receiver would be MBS. And then it goes to Robinson from the Giants. Kind of scares there a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Who are the top wide receivers? Available?
It's MBS, Valdez Scanlon.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's okay, but all right. Well, honestly, bro, who's your quarterback again?
I actually got Joe Burrow. I got Joe Burrow in the 6th round.
Bro, don't even worry. Who's your tight end?
That's why I went kind of short because it's a 2 tight end league, so people went heavy.
Don't need to explain it. You don't need to dumb it down, bro. Because and explain it that way. Like, don't be ashamed of your imbalance here, because you are heavy duty. You have weapons galore here. So, like, who's your tight end? Say it with pride. Who's your tight end?
I got Henry and Hurst.
Okay. Who are the top tight ends available? That is kind of weak. But who are the top tight ends available? Let's find you one. Let's go.
I got Uzama, Conklin, Rudolph, Jonnu Smith, Ali Cox, Gronk.
Well, Ali Cox isn't bad, actually. I wonder if he's going to do something. Does anybody think Mo Ali's better than? And your two starting tight or your two tight ends are? You said who?
It is Njoku and I got Njoku on the bench. My starters are Henry and Hurst.
Yeah, those aren't horrible, bro. But yeah. But your team's fine, man. You got Joe Burrow.
I got Joe Burrow. I got Lamb. I got
Eckler,
Eckler,
Javonte,
Williams,
Etienne Hall. I love it. I like it.
Hall.
Go try and buy low on DK somehow, some way. I don't know what you'd even give. This is a redraft league, right?
Yeah, it is. And I tried shopping around my bench running backs like Dobbins and Penny. But I think people watch your show because all they want is Javonte.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they didn't want Javonte. They let him fall to the third round disrespectfully. You came in and said, "I'll take you, Javonte." Everybody's saying Jonnu Smith or Gerald Everett, and I kind of agree.
Okay,
I think, Austin Hooper is another one. The chat is saying Austin Hooper. He might get a lot of targets because there's no one really else there in Tennessee, besides the rookie. But I like Mo Ali a little bit because what if Mo Ali Cox ends up doing something with Matt Ryan? I don't know. I like that. Just keep an eye.
I'll go ahead and stash him.
Yeah. Well, Jonnu's good. Everett's good. Everett's in L.A. with Joe Burrow, so that could be good.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all potentially better options for you, honestly. So I'd probably get Jonnu and maybe Everett. Jonnu and Mo Ali Cox. Maybe those two guys. All right, my man. Appreciate you.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Thanks.
Good team. Go tear it up.
Thanks,
Later.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Ben from Texas. Later.
Bye.
Call into the show. Dial 602 NFL. Dong.
Irv Smith, I mean, I don't mind Irv Smith. I'm just not super big on him. Silver says Austin Hooper. Silver loves Austin Hooper. Derek says Everett and Jonnu, I believe he said earlier. Hooper was a stud in Atlanta, says Total Chad. So you got a lot of Hooper hype. Everett and Hooper. Maybe those are two guys you look at. Mo Ali Cox I like a lot too. I mean, there's some good options for him. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I speaking to? Where do you live? Not your address, but what state do you live in, and what can I help you with?
Hey, what's up, Smitty? It's Mike from California.
Mike, what's up, my man?
Hey, man, I just was wondering, what you think about the Seahawks running back field.
I'm not concerned with Penny. Like, would I take Penny late? Sure. I'm taking Walker. I'm not worried about Walker. I'm still drafting Walker. He didn't have a sports hernia. He had the best possible, best case scenario for a type of hernia in the time frame. Probably won't be ready for week 1, like the optimistic reports suggest, and that's okay because there was a chance he wasn't getting fully unlocked until like week 4 or 5 anyway. And I'm not saying I wish injury upon anybody. That's not what I mean. But, like, if Penny isn't capable of carrying the full load without getting hurt and he gets more and more carries early on, then he's probably just going to get hurt, at some point. So I still feel like there's no way this hernia is going to derail the long-term plans of how excited Pete Carroll was about Kenneth Walker. And it doesn't change my talent evaluation. This is not an injury like a torn Achilles tendon or a torn patellar tendon or a torn ACL. This is a situation that delays his unleashing party. So Kenneth Walker for me in round 8, 9, 10. If you take him in round 5, you're not paying attention. If you take him in round 6, you don't understand the assignment. He was a 7, 8, or 9 round pick before the hernia surgery. So you can only imagine he's almost a lock as an 8 or 9 round pick in the in upcoming draft. So you got to take him smartly. You can't.
Okay. One thing that I was kind of curious about was the other running backs that I've been playing in preseason. Like Homer and DJ Dallas, and it seems like Dallas is more of that scat back kind of receiver role, and Homer's trying to pretty much be what I felt Penny's going to be. So I don't know. I thought maybe DJ Dallas might be a thing because, he's kind of filling in that pass receiver, passing running back role that Ken hopefully is going to be. But, I don't know.
I don't know.
He kind of looked okay in preseason.
Like, to be honest with you, if you're starting one of these guys in your team, you're in trouble. And if you're holding them, you're holding them for what? And then when you need them, Kenny Walker's back. Like, so I just don't even. To me, it's irrelevant. I'm not going after DJ Dallas or Homer or, Penny. I can understand. And Penny's going cheap enough to where you can kind of cuff the two together. Like, honestly, Penny and Walker is not a hard cuff to get together at a late, 8-9 back-to-back round draft capital like territory.
Okay, yeah, it's just I'm in a couple leagues that are really deep, so I'm kind of scraping the barrel down there. So
Okay.
I kind of was just seeing if something might.
I guess Homer. Homer's. If I had to pick one, I'd say Homer. But make sure, like, I feel like the backup Warren, I think his name's Jalen Warren for Pittsburgh. I'd rather have him. He's the backup at Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
He's the anointed backup now. So
over McFarland.
Yeah, from everything I'm gathering and reading. So if you want a super sleeper guy to pick up right now in a league that has very very deep benches, go take Warren in a heartbeat. Scoop him up, hold him.
Warren,
Something
okay.
happens to Najee, who got a lot of work last year, overfed. I love him.
Yeah.
But, something happens, Warren could come in.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Smitty. I'm going to get back to work, but I appreciate your advice, and hope everyone wiped their feet on the way in because if not, they're going to get yelled at.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you, Mike.
All right.
Call in anytime, my man. Pacheco, I love Pacheco. Yeah, James Conklin ain't wrong.
Call into the show.
Mike,
Dial
if
602
Pacheco's there, I doubt he is.
Dong.
Pacheco is a great grab, bro. Do it. Chase, Jamar Chase, Amir. I don't know what you're trying to talk about on there. Smitty, what do you think of this team? First of all, I got a super chat I got to get to. Kenny Powers, hold on. Hang tight. If you miss a mock show or don't get to one, leave your team in and slot in the comments after the video posted. Smitty will critique it. Yeah, that's the truth. I spent an hour and a half to 2 hours last night getting back to every single comment that was made over the last 2 weeks because I was a little bit behind. I try and answer every question within 24 hours on my YouTube channel in the comments. So if you test me, leave a comment, ask a question in the comments. I'll try and get back to you within 24 hours. But I'd slack because this has been a crazy week, and I like literally 2 weeks behind, and I spent like 2 hours last night just replying to every comment. So if you had a comment in the last 2 weeks that wasn't answered, I almost guaranteed you got an answer last night. Ron Navy, tell everybody where you reside, Ron Navy.
Huh?
Yeah, I got to tell everybody where you reside. What state?
Where I reside?
We're introducing ourselves.
I reside in Moonville, baby.
Moonville. Ron's calling from the moon.
I reside in Moonville. Hey, bear with me for a second, okay? Because we got a delay. But you got to bear with me, okay? I'm going to do an exclusive here. You remember the movie Ghostbusters?
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got a thing here. It's pretty much Draft Busters. So bear with me.
Okay.
When you're all confused right before you draft, who do you call? Call Smitty. When you need to learn to mock your moon team, who do you call? Call Smitty. Down, down, down. He ain't afraid of no draft. Down, down, down. He'll teach you how to smash. Down, down, down. He'll send you to the moon after circling Neptune. Yeah, baby.
Damn, Ron Navy. How long were you working on that?
About 5 minutes.
5 minutes. He was. Were you doing that in the jacuzzi, just kicking your feet back?
Yeah, man. I was just like, it's like hit my head, and I'm like, maybe reminds me of Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
So I was like, I gotta the Ghostbusters, but it's called.
I mean, you might be coming for Asher's let me play this right here. I don't know if everybody's heard this, but here are the two.
I wanna draft in my home league. I know who I wanna draft in my home league. Jay Williams. Yeah. Closing time.
That's a closing time rendition by Asher. That was song number 1. And then on my Instagram stories, I said vote on the winner. That was entry number 1. Ron's clearly entered a third, but here is entry number 2 by Rock Out, who's got more of a rap vibe. You know, Asher's more of like a acoustic type of guy. And here's Rock Out.
It's Javante season, we got no reason but the feasting and the feasting and the beast is coming through. He be going busting and the stumbling TD, crazy in the game. Javante season on the ride. They certified, straight valid now. He be coming back, he be straight running back.
So I mean, that's pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff all around. My followers are going to get ripped from me and signed to record deals if I'm not careful and I expose them too much.
Hey, that's not the first one I ever came up with. You never did share the graveyard song that I made up
I'm
with
sorry.
everybody.
I probably got lost in the messages. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Hey, try and find it and repost it.
Oh, I will at some point, yeah. So, so were you surprised when I told you I picked up in my $125 best ball draft that I picked up Hurts as my number 1 quarterback?
No, because I feel like, you definitely like to try out different strategies. So I saw you'd said you drafted Hurts before too. You tried it out. I mean, Hurts is pretty easy to like, man. Hurts is pretty easy to like.
We had a good time. We had a good time drafting last night.
Yeah, you could be a top 5 quarterback,
we
bro.
got a pretty solid season.
I like it. Where do you think? Where did Javante go in that draft?
Oh, I told you in the book, but I'll repeat it.
Yeah.
He actually went 2.3.
That's steal. I'm so glad he's not climbing into round 1 on the regular. Like I said earlier, I don't know if you were listening, but I've had several people DM me on my text line today and yesterday that have said, Smitty, do I take Javante at 1.1? And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And we can't overreact to it. We got to take advantage of what's been gifted to us. Javante Williams has not climbed into round 1 yet. And if he does, he's climbing into the very low end round 1. And then people will come back and say, yeah, but I have the 1.1 and I'm not going to be able to trade. So should I just take him? And you can't do it. You can't do it. You gotta draft within the confines of ADP, not draft by ADP, but in the confines, meaning that I've been telling everybody and their mother to reach for Javante at 2.1, where his ADP's been sitting where all the last couple of months, Ron, 2.5 to 2.10. So
I've got 2.12 before. I'm used to him like bottom of the second round.
Yeah, and so
when he's jumped up a lot.
And I'm saying reach for him at 2.1. So clearly me saying draft within the confines of ADP doesn't mean don't reach. It just means, hold on. We got a couple of super chats here. We got Chris with a $20 holler and B-Man with the $5 holler. Let's give these two men a standing. Whoa, wrong button. Let's give these two men a standing ovation. Here we go. Chris and B-Man.
Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy. Appreciate that. Ron, maybe you can help me answer this question. Okay, the first one was from B-Man. Thanks, Terry. Smitty missed my super chat. Oops. About Dubs over Lazard and Watson. B-Man, I'm going to look for it. Hold on a second. I apologize. Sometimes, and Terry Roberts dropped this one right here. He says, if Kenny can super, I can too. Smitty, you have a Discord question waiting from you from B-Man. Okay, I'll get to that, Terry. Appreciate you. And then let me see if I missed B-Man's question up here. I got another one. These super chats snuck in and I didn't see them. I'm sorry, guys. Amir says, I got the 1.2 CMC or Jefferson. Give me Jefferson. Give me Jefferson or give me even Jamar Chase. I love both these guys as the 1.2 in a PPR. Ron, do you disagree? Would you take CMC at 1.2? I wouldn't.
Well, I have to be different in underdog, but in a regular redraft, no.
Yeah. Would you take JJ or Jamar Chase number 2?
I would take, I'd take Jefferson or Chase or, maybe even Kupp.
Attaboy. Yeah, I agree.
But Kupp concerns me because of Stafford. I don't know what's going on with his arm, so I don't know, or his elbow, so kind of concerning.
Okay, B-Man, I'm going to get to that Discord question from Terry. But to answer your question, if I don't see it or find it, let me say Dobbs over Lazard. Give me Dobbs over Lazard. Give me Dubs. Call him Dubs. Dubs over Lazard and Watson. And Ron, I don't know if you've changed your tune, but on underdog, Dubs is going higher than Watson. So if you want to own the duo, you got to take Dubs first and then come back and take Watson and underdog. And if anybody wants to do underdog fantasy, go to the link in the description. I'll also post the link in the live chat. And if you guys want to get in these drafts with me, you got to actually go sign up now, put your minimum $10 deposit in and get everything taken care of using promo code Smitty. They'll match up to $100 on your first deposit if you're new. So make sure you click this link that I've pinned in the live chat. It's also in the description if you're watching the replay. Up to $100 matched on Underdog if you use promo code Smitty or that link. And Dubs, what do you think about Dubs over Watson, though? You like him more?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I've been, early on I took some Watson, but yeah, I'm taking Dubs over. I'm not even touching Watson right now.
Yeah. I mean, everybody says his name different. Dubs, Dubs, Dobbs. I mean,
there's too many other.
Give me a dub.
Wide receivers, because remember, if you want Pickens, you got to take him in the about the 11th round. I mean, he's moved up a lot, so you got to take Pickens in the 11th.
I love Pickens. Let Pickens fly. Let Pickens fly. We were getting a lot of requests for the "Raise Me Up" song, so this is a perfect segue for it. Let Pickens fly.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains.
Thank you, Kenny. Guys, again, I'll respond to pretty much every YouTube comment, so when the show is over, leave a comment. Amir.
Hey, maybe let me get off of here so other people can call you, bro.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for policing yourself, Ron.
All right, later.
Ron is taking away his minutes. He says, I've used up my time. I am going to remove myself from the live stream. So yeah, give me Jefferson or Jamar Chase. I'm not risking the biscuit with Amir, bro. Amir, I'm not risking the biscuit with CMC. Amir, I appreciate you. Amir, are you still here? Hopefully I didn't answer that question too late. Chris with a $20 holler. Let's go.
Let's go. Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, buddy. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who is this?
Hello, Smitty. This is 49er Media.
49er Media has big hands but low energy. We like our callers with big hands. Media, what could I do for you?
So I have an 18-man PPR draft tomorrow with the 16th pick.
18-man?
I'm not sure who do I... Yes.
You mean 18
people in the league?
18 people. So if you have 18 picks in the first round, 18 picks in the second round?
Yep.
One copy of every player?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, what pick do you have?
16.
Bro, I mean, at least you got back-to-backs so you can kind of know what's going on. You're going to be able to make a proper decision and not have to, expect what to do. You're going to be able to be like, I can go running back wide receiver here versus, you take a wide receiver early and you don't know what's going to happen to the running back. So I don't know. I mean, you should have Breece Hall or ETN there to if you've got to take a stab at one of them. You might have a better running back than that sitting there. Aaron Jones could be, who knows. But I think you probably want to try your best to go, if it's in the confines of best player available or really close, go wide receiver and running back. I would try and go balanced if it's me. And you got to wait on a quarterback. Don't go quarterback early in that format. 18 is a long time to wait.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'll go with the wide receiver running back.
But I can't really. It's going to be really hard for me to predict what's going to happen at that point. So there's not much I can tell you other than the guys you hear me talk about all the time. Like James is saying, if Javonte's there, I doubt Javonte will be there. I think the hype is getting too big for him to be at 18. He's going to go like at 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. Maybe start climbing into the bottom of the first round, but no one should be taking him in top of round 1 yet. Take advantage. All right, media. Anything else?
All right. No, that's all.
All right, call in anytime, media. Go follow 49er Media on IG. Later, man. Okay, this question here from Chris. Chris, I appreciate you. Thanks for the content, Smitty. Would you take Team A or Team B? A is Jefferson, Adams, Higgins, ETN, Mitchell, Waller. Team B is McCaffrey, Swift, Breece Hall, Keenan Allen, A-Rob, Pitts. That's so hard to even fathom. Okay, Jefferson and Adams and Higgins, absolute fire wide receivers. You got Keenan Allen, A-Rob, and Pitts. Running backs, you have ETN, Mitchell, Waller. ETN, Mitchell, Waller, McCaffrey, Swift, Breece Hall, Keenan Allen. I'm pretty sure I'm taking the McCaffrey side, bro. I mean, I love Jefferson, but let's see, Swift. So the best player on Team 1 is Jefferson. The best player on Team 2 is, most would say, McCaffrey. The best player on Team 3 is Adams. The best team on Team 2, or Team 1 is Adams. The best player on Team 2 is Swift. Then it's Higgins or ETN versus Breece Hall. Then it's Keenan Allen versus ETN. And God, I don't know. What do you guys think on this one? This is really tough. What team do you like better? Team A or Team B? I feel like there's pros and cons to both, so I don't know. I mean, it all kind of comes down to Mitchell. I mean, Keenan Allen and A-Rob are actually pretty good wide receivers, but they don't hold a candle to Adams, Jefferson, and Higgins. But you have Swift and McCaffrey, which kind of overwhelm the running back side at the same degree of Mitchell and ETN. Yeah, give me the Swift side. Give me the Swift and McCaffrey side. Keenan Allen has the potential to be in the top 10 wide receivers, and A-Rob could be top 15. Pitts is better than Waller. Give me the McCaffrey side. But it makes you think. It's very, very tough. But Chris, you still here? Appreciate you, Chris. Derek says Team A. It's kind of mixed. That's tough, man. It's really, really close. Okay, I got to go to B-Man's question from Terry. B-Man, are you here? Appreciate you, B-Man. Let's get to Terry's question. Rock Out. Hold on. Rock Out sent us something.
I say, hi, my name is Javonte Season. Hi, my name is Javonte Season.
Attaboy. That might be the new one, Rock Out. That was straight fire. Look at Rock Out just dropping fire constantly. Terry.
Smitty, B-Man asked,
B-Man.
Are wide receiver sleepers after round 8?
After round 8, B-Man testing my memory here. Let's pull up a set of rankings and try and look at an ADP, and that will give me a little bit better accurate list of guys I can just sling out to you. So let's go to ADP consensus data, And let's go to wide receivers. Actually, let's go overall. So we're talking 8 round range, 8 rounds. So 8, what is that? 8 times 12 is about 96. So 90. Let's go to the 90. Let's go to the 85s. Let's be a little safe. Let's climb up to 80 just to give you a good like buffer in case one of these guys slips in. Elijah Moore is going at 77 roughly overall. So if he falls into this territory, he's going to be probably the number 1 guy. Or St. Brown obviously won't, but I just want to mention it if St. Brown for some reason is there. I had a guy yesterday, my good buddy, has a Niner show, Mike, and Mike literally told me that St. Brown was on waivers after the draft. So you just never know. You never know. People are drafting sometimes with like I said, like we've been saying all show, a nursing home, and people don't know what time it is. So Elijah Moore, and then once you get down to after Bateman's gone and you start seeing guys like Drake London, I'm not like a super big fan of redraft. Ayuk at 96 is literally right at that 8th round, turning into the 9th round range. Not a fan of Robert Woods. Christian Kirk is decent. Olave's decent. Claypool, maybe not. Maybe Pickens is the guy now. So I would actually say Pickens around here instead of Claypool. And I was pretty, I liked Claypool kind of a lot walking into the earlier part of the offseason and even till recently. It's Pickens. Time to change directions. Pickens looks phenomenal. Pickens is the guy. Sometimes the guy steps up out of nowhere, and it's not like he came out of nowhere, but it was kind of unclear whether there was going to be room for him in this offense. But there will be room. He'll make room. He'll shove everybody aside if he has to. Pickens is a grown man. I don't know. I feel like it gets really dry after that, bro. George Pickens, Tolbert. I kind of like Tolbert in Dallas. Dotson in Washington. And Dubs. Dubs, Dobbs, Doobs. We call them all different names. Dubs, Dobbs, Doobs.
Smitty, Cable from Discord.
Nico Collins.
Comment,
yeah.
You have an issue with Hubert or Eckler combo on draft day.
You have an issue with Hubert. I don't understand. Let's replay that.
Smitty, Cable from Discord made a comment. You have an issue with Hubert or Eckler combo on draft day.
Hubert and Eckler combo. What are we talking about? Let's see here. Eckler, Herbert. Oh, do I have an issue with drafting? I'm thinking like Khalil Herbert he's talking about. Do I have an issue with you drafting Herbert at quarterback and Eckler? I got you. I think that's what he means. I don't mind that. Because, look, you know how I say my favorite cuff is Burrow and Jamar Chase. Straight fire. Win a league stack. My favorite stack in fantasy football. Video coming out on that probably today or tomorrow. Eckler's the receiver. He's the equivalent of Jamar Chase to Hubert. So give me Hubert and Eckler all day long. The only thing is Chase costs you a first rounder. Eckler costs you a first rounder. Hubert costs you a 4th rounder. Burrow a 6 or 7. So it's a little bit nicer. But Herbert Eckler is fantastic. Fantastic. Love it. And this question's been on screen for a while. Smitty, what do you think of this team? Swift, Javonte, Andrews, Hall, Metcalf, Burrow. Yeah, I love it. Top 5 team no matter what. I don't even have to see the rosters. Danny Gray, Jeb. Get ready for it. Danny Gray season. AJ and Hurts is awesome. I agree, Conklin. Fantastic duo. Terry, you actually said it just fine. I just took me a minute to understand what I was thinking. Khalil Herbert or something, and I have you have an issue? I'm like, I have an issue. Why do I have an issue? What did I do? but I get you. Hubert. Love me some Hubert. Terry Roberts is on patrol today. He's in the chat helping with questions, moderating. Silver's in here doing the same thing. Terry. Hey, Terry.
Civil Rapture. I'm in there, big dog. You know I'm in there. There's two big dogs standing side by side. That's a Rottweiler and a Pit Bull. You know we're about to get it.
The only thing that concerns me, we haven't heard from the Bruce in several days. Let's actually call him on IG. That's really worrying me. Where's the Bruce? Let's call him out. Let's just find him. Where's he at? The Bruce is loose. There we go. Let's dial him up. We're calling the Bruce. When I don't hear from the Bruce in like 3 or 4 days, I start to worry. I start to panic. It's not even going through. It's not even connecting. There's something wrong. There's something wrong. He's not picking up. No answer. Where are you, Bruce? We're worried. Left him a voicemail. And where's Denny? He's Denny. Denny. He's Denny. I don't know. I don't know where Denny is. I don't know where the Bruce is. It's like my children are lost. All right, guys. That's about it for today. About almost a 2-hour show. How do we keep doing this? It's supposed to be an hour show. It's never. It's almost always a 2-hour show. We're live Monday through Friday. Oh, I got a super chat from 2 super chats. Ron Navy. Are you still here, Ron?
Show extended additional 2 minutes.
Ron Navy and Jake. Jake says, thoughts on Patriots low ADP Parker, Henry, and Myers. I'm not drafting any. I hope you're probably a Patriots fan, so don't take this offensively, but I don't want to own anybody but Ramondre Stevenson. That's it. I don't want to own anybody else. Nobody. Patriots are a black hole for fantasy, in my opinion, this year. Sorry. Ron Navy did say, have an awesome, relaxing rest of your day, Smitty. Don't tell everybody oh, that's old. This is the new one from Ron. Sorry. Ron says, rock out, extending it 2 more minutes.
Show extended additional 2 minutes.
Ron Navy said, just because I subjected the whole chat to me singing, okay, back to the hot tub, I go drinking beer. Attaboy, Ron Navy. Appreciate you, Ron. Ron's the man. Ron's always the man. Collusion's the man. Appreciate you, Collusion. And Rock Out Super Chat says, Smitty, graveyard chat. Don't take a lap. What's going on here?
Who this guy Smitty? He think running backs 27 and a half are 40 years old. Like they useless. Like they a hoopty. Like they run down too many miles so they can't move. But let me tell you something. They can still get A to B and still get a TD. But all jokes aside, it's all good.
Rock out. Rock out doesn't stop. Let's see here. This is another song we got here.
Do you smell it? This is Javonte's season.
We don't need no reason.
We come rumbling,
Stumbling.
stumbling in the end zone. Touchdown.
This is rock out as well right here.
Javonte's season.
It's Javonte's season. We've been waiting for this all
Is that
season.
Derek Lincoln right
Now
there?
that Melvin Gordon out, we starting them without rhyme or reason.
Who is that right there, that voice?
See me running on the field for a Bronco victory? You don't even know me because you didn't listen to Smitty.
Show extended additional to
James Conklin dropping another extension. James Conklin says 2 more minutes and a Mexican Coke. What's for dinner? What's for dinner is, thank you, James Conklin. You are the man. All right, let me leave that super chat up. I got a steak sandwich. I ate half of it before the live stream, literally with 40 seconds left before the live stream started. You actually saw me walk out. I put the plate out there. I scarfed half of it down. I still got half of it left. Derek, are you in that song? I thought you were in the song. I can't remember everybody that's in
Do
here.
you smell it? This is Javonte's season. We don't need no reason. We
The
come
Bruce
rumbling,
is
tumbling.
loose.
Remember this one? We don't play this one anymore.
Herbert's the gout, he'll punch you in the throat. Herbert's the gout, he'll punch you in the throat.
Rock out and Captain Spock. Would all of the VIP super chatters please come to the front stage?
Let's see who isn't here lately.
OU Kurt, Mark
Where's
Cleveland,
OU Kirk?
the Silver Brothers,
Austin, Silver Brothers.
Terry Roberts, please report to the front stage. D2W Stu.
D2.
Your presence is required.
Prayers up for D2. Passed away.
I see you. Tony Turley, we see you lurking
Tony.
over there. Nolan Mendoza.
Mendoza. Bender. Where are some of these guys?
If you want your name mentioned in this song, all you gotta do is drop a $14.99 super chat so Smitty can identify you and drop you in. Get your name in the intro song of every Tuesday, Thursday show.
It's a blue button.
Herbert's the gout, he'll punch you in the throat. Herbert's the gout.
Live again tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be live at some point tomorrow, but I got some other videos that I'm dropping. I'll be dropping a number of things this weekend. So best strategies, my favorite trade draft pick strategy. We better kick in something else here.
Herbert's the gout, he'll punch you.
Get a free 30-minute phone.
Anyway, appreciate all of you. Johnny dropping another super chat. Johnny wants to extend the show, and we will let him.
Show extended additional 2 minutes.
Johnny boy, appreciate you, Johnny. Johnny says 12-team league. PPR, Eckler, Javonte, Herbert, Etienne, Mike Williams, Cooks, Bateman, Elijah Moore, Stevenson, Komet, Hooper, Warren. I love it, bro. Very, very good team. My suggestions would be, obviously try. I mean, it's hard to have better wide receivers than that when you go a strong quarterback, double RB and triple RB. So Mike Williams and Cooks is actually pretty good. Bateman and Elijah Moore, Stevenson. My advice to you is you can't really trade anybody right now. There's nothing to trade. You got to let Bateman gain value. You got to let Stevenson gain value. Once those two gain value, maybe you can couple them with the Cooks to get a little bit of a wide receiver bump. But it's really good. You know, those wide receivers, those are better wide receivers than you should have given
Show ends in 1 minute.
you have those running backs, those 3 running backs, and Hubert. Get burrowed, neck deep, bro. Yeah, get burrowed, baby. I will be posting this on the Discord. Come join the discussion. Yeah, if you guys want to be in the Discord, like the new photo, Terry, looking sharp, pal. If you guys want the Discord link, join the Discord. Let's see. Here it is. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. You have literally 10 seconds.
I got the song for you, Closing Time. You ready?
Oh, hold on 1 second. Who is this? First of all.
This is Cali Loco. I got the Closing Time song.
Okay, but
Closing Time, the Closing Time.
Okay, but hold on. Is it your original song?
This is I wrote it for you.
Okay, let's hear it. Go.
Wrote it for the show. I mean, It's based on Closing Time, though. You know?
Yeah, as long as it's your original music,
ready?
you can't play it. Yeah, go ahead.
It's not music. I'm just singing words.
Perfect.
I'll do a freestyle.
Let's go. Freestyle. Drop
All
it.
right, here we go. Cali Loco. Closing time. Round 1 is almost over, and Javante is coming down. Closing time. I picked up Najee with pick 7, and Swifty is still around. I know you want Javante 2 in round 2, and I know you want to snipe me if you can too, but my pick 2 is coming up quick. Javante season is near. I know Javante's season is near, and Javante is almost mine. Javante season of Javante, season of Javante, Javante season, Javante season, done in round 2, and now my season of winning begins.
Keeps going.
That's pretty slick.
Hey man, that's some dedication right there. That was long, bro. You put some time. How long did you put into
I
that?
know.
How much time?
I give you the full song, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you did.
I got more verses.
Yeah, I know. I bet you do.
I figure that's enough.
I bet you do. Hey, drop it anytime. Yeah. Anytime you want to call in and spit some bars, the door's open. We got about 4 or 5 musicians now on retainer here. So,
I like my karaoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, heck yeah, man. So dial in. We need this once a week.
And I like Javante.
Maybe you said Kelly Loco.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cali Loco.
All right.
That's me.
All right, man.
I called you about Ramondre, remember?
Oh yeah.
I want him on the space shuttle.
Yeah.
Or the space shuttle, the guys on your bottom row.
Yeah.
Those could be like your test pilots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe she'll be down there.
Hey man, I think Ellen, somebody might grab some talent from the show, so you just keep it bringing it, bro. You never know. You never know who's watching.
All right.
All right. Appreciate
All
you,
right.
man. Later.
Hey, thank you.
That's Kelly Loco. Kelly or Cali Loco? I don't know. I think you said Cali Loco, but dropping the fire. All right, I'm out of here. Appreciate you. I'm gonna be hearing that in my head for the next hour. Guys, get over to thefantasyfootballshow.com. Get your lifetime membership, your bold predictions, your one-on-one text advice. Make sure you click the link Underdog Fantasy below. Panic Chamber episode 1 part 2. I still have to get the part 2 out. Coming very soon. Best trade strategy video coming soon. Let's go. We're going to tear it up this weekend with the content. Probably see you tonight. Usually do hang out with you on Fridays. I don't know if it'll be mock drafts. It might be a Q&A on the streets. We'll see. Talk to you all later.
People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get breached.
Smitty, you're not hearing me. I don't know a lot about fantasy football. I know everything about fantasy football. Woo! You know...